Hi everybody, I'm back with another flip through of one of my art journals. So this art journal was also done with a magazine, same as the last flip through. I put some scrapbook paper on the back. So I really wanted to try out a different technique. I folded the pages of the magazine in half and just used it this way. And with this one, I wanted to do different sized pages. Also, this one is more color themed. I used very specific colors and I picked out different papers with the color themes and found images that would work either from this magazine or from other magazines I've harvested from as well. So the title is Welcome to the Unexpected. And so yeah, I started this in May and I finished this in June of this year. And I put a quote. This is also very quote heavy. This is a Grease quote, and then I stuck stickers in. I used some, which you might not be able to see, but I used some glitter paint that I have. I wanted to do sort of a hybrid journal of like very kind of travel-y, but also fashion oriented and also vintage. So this is more themed than the last journal was. I have these quote stickers I got from Happy Planner. I did some journaling, again, different sizes. Oh, I did some blackout poetry in here where I just put "Why don't you shine," and then she's got sparkles behind her to try and make the water shimmery. I used images from the magazine. Again, this is another travel magazine. It's actually called Condé Nast Traveler magazine. I did a lot of quotes in here. This was an image from the magazine itself. Actually, no, this wasn't. It might have been. No, this was from a fashion magazine. And I did stamping around the background. I kept the image of the lady. I put quotes on here, and this one is a great one. I am the girl who actually wishes on dandelions and shooting stars. With so much madness in the world, we have to be the magic. And then I have some spiritual quotes as well in here. The Lord, your God, is with you wherever you go. So this was one of the collage art. It's a collage magazine art thing that I got from Amazon. I used it in the last journal as well. I did use some stickers from a Happy Planner sticker book or a couple of Happy Planner sticker books. This was an image from the book, and I just did some painting, stuck a sticker down. I did a lot of just background painting in here. Again, more stickers, an image from the book. I have a flip out envelope, and then in here is a journal card, and then I put on the back, I have a poetry book, an old poetry book, and that was the title of one of the poems. So just a fun image. I loved that piece of furniture. It was very unique. I feel like the vibe went with this journal. A lot of this, again, images from magazines. I did a flip, stuck some stickers, and then a poem. I used images from this particular travel magazine. A lot of images that I harvested I used in this magazine. I believe this was one as well. Oh, and I put my I used to say this as a kid. My dad taught it to me. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have this wish I wish tonight. So just some memory things. This was from a floral book that I have. be yourself. No one can tell you you're doing it wrong. And I feel like this is like me just being me, just putting things on pages that I love. This was a door, and I decorated it with some stickers from a Happy Planner journal. I loved the image of this girl. She looked tough, and I added, you know, stamping to look sort of like tattoos and some gold doodling. Again, this is like very modern, and then we go to some travel images, which I made a little to-do list, and I put the cruise that we're going on, the name of the ship that we're going on, and then just a little list, which I think I've done pretty much all of that, except for obviously packing our bags and taking flight. And then I tore a lot of the pages, and then I painted the edges to highlight the torn edges. I did that on all of them. Stickers and just layering. Oh, I had this, it was just like a punch out thing that I had gotten a long time ago, and I never really found a project to use them in, so the colors worked. That also was part of my inspiration for the color theme that I chose. More Happy Planner stickers. I loved this image. And then I did put in here, adventure makes life richer, and then the person who said that was Jamie Lynn Beatty. A quote, collect moments, not things. This was another one of those, and a lot of these tags were from that punch out set, and so I just used them in here for decorative purposes. I made a little try thing, and I put journeys that move you in here. Actually, it goes this way. Another tag, summer is the season. This was very summer inspired, travel inspired. Summertime and the Livin' ZZ. I took that from Sublime, that Sublime song. Sublime is the band, Sublime. I made a little collage image here using, it's either Paper Studio or Happy Planner stickers. I used a lot of sticker books. I have been really liking stickers. These were images I believe I found in the book. I'm not a huge fan of fussy cutting. It's not super easy for me to do. Oh, I loved this. So this house reminded me of the Brady Bunch house. I don't know why. It just did. So that's why I put on their happy endings, because the Brady Bunch episodes always ended with happy endings, and I liked the word vibes too. I put, so these again were just torn pages, and I put a welcome home, like welcome home, and then home is where the heart is. I just loved this image. This was in the magazine. Good things take time. And this to me was a very elegant image, so that's why I wrote the word elegance. This was paper that was given to me in a Happy Mail from 100 years ago. I mean, I don't even do Happy Mail anymore, but I received that in Happy Mail. I did this with doodling and some stickers, some doodling. Collaging. It says, the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes, from Marcel Proust. This was an image that just brought me peace, and I loved this house, like an old farmhouse. I have a floral arrangement book for like faux flowers, and that was an image in it, and because it had the flowers on both sides, I tipped it in. I have stickers from Happy Planner. This was another fashion image, and I put the frame around her and the butterfly. Another, you know, modern, this very Asian style image of a roof. I just loved the colors and the details. I doodled in it. I have an image from that collage magazine, and I did not write anything in there. I stuck that in there. This was actually totally unplanned, but I love the way it happened. This is sort of, you know, windows and eyes, and I just kind of loved the windows, and the eyes are the windows of the soul. So that worked out. That was very unplanned. That's what I love about journaling like this is I start out with something very basic and then things just sort of tie together. And that has been what happened in the other journal as well as what happened in this. I took quotes from magazines. There's some collaging, doodling. This is my favorite tea. It's a Bigelow vanilla chai. And I love the quote, "Take this moment just for you." And then I had this little tag and it just holds that in there. Just images from the magazine and a sticker, "Start something wonderful." I made a shaker using these frames I got from Journal Say. And then I have tulle in here. And that's what makes that. Using the colors of the journal. Doodling. I took a poem with, I must have just used like a remaining piece, and I took the words and made my own poem out of what was left on that page. And it says, "Dear Father above, when I reach out, your unchanging love is always there, and you love me still." This is, you know, "Where the wind blows." That looked just like an open, beautiful field. And then I did collaging and I put stickers on here. And I actually love the way this turned out because this was a piece of tulle I used. And I put mirror image of the stickers on here. So it's on both sides, which I loved that. And this was a little image in the magazine, and then I put "Catch Me If You Can," and then I put fly free, butterfly, fly free. This was another one of those Journal Say frames, and I did the same thing. I put the tulle in between, and then I put the mirror image of the butterflies. This was an image that I just loved, this image, and I collaged, or I didn't collage, I put a sticker and doodled on it. A little flip out with a collage. Just using things that spoke to me. I have a tag here, just a fun tag, and did I glue it in? Okay, I'm not gonna pull it out because it's stuck in there, but it's supposed to come out. I had this black and white leaf, and then I added like a gold detail to the veining of the leaf, and then I added paint swatches and doodled on those. I have a big tag here, which is a book image that I stamped on, and I glued some of these pieces from that, it's just like a punch out set, and then it's just blank on the back. I'll put that in later. I struggled the last time trying to put a tag back in. I have "Follow Your Path" on here, which I love. I loved this old image. That was from that floral arrangement book that I have. I got, I don't know, from a thrift shop of some kind. Love the image of the grapes, just very summery, late summer. And this was early summer when I did this, but I just loved it. "Be a seeker of everyday magic." And then I put on here a quote. I used some quote stickers I have. I doodling and stamping and collaging. This is a flip out. And then I put on here a little girl and find the undiscovered you. And then in here is memories with you are as endless as the stars. And then I put on here, the storms in my mind watered something wild. Now I bloom in ways I never imagined. Dee Hawkins. All the quotes I found on Pinterest. Pinterest is my go-to for many things, recipes included. And then this was just an image from the magazine, and I put where the wild things grow, because I love that about wildflowers. They grow where they fit. Be kind, it says. Trust the process. I feel like this is a process because it starts out with just magazine pages, and then you just start adding, and it starts to come together in amazing ways. I have a tag here. I put on here, the way to truly know life is to love many things, and I do love many things. Take time to shine. Just put little affirmations and reminders. Oh, I love this. I put sparkles on her dress. And then I put on here, we are shaped and fashioned by what we love. And that's by, I believe how you say that is Goethe. I'm probably massacring it. But I put flowers. I had napkin remnants I stuck on here. And just a little collage flip out. Oh, and there is a tag in here. Be kind to all the past versions of you. They are the soil in which you bloom. Ariel Astoria. And then a quote from a Happy Planner book. Just a little journal card or a little tag I made for this thin envelope. Or it's not an envelope. It's a silverware thing. My mom goes to restaurants and they have those, and then she sends them to me for junk journaling. Because yes, we use junk. So I happen to love ballet, and these images, these were the words that kind of inspired me. Graceful, delicate, and inner strength. Because although they are graceful and delicate, man, ballet dancers are super strong. So this was a PET tape that I got from Journal Say, and so I put that in here. Another quote. This was just a page I put in here. I'm not going to read you all the quotes. I wrote explore. I used a gold pen that I got from Amazon. So I loved this path, and I wrote a quote on there. And then this was just a piece like a short piece, and to stabilize it, I added this scrapbook paper. This is just a tag in here, and it's got a quote on here. Guided by salt air, sunshine, and a sense of adventure. I feel like that's how we all should be. Originally from Long Island, and I really missed the beach, so I did put some beach. These were in here, like I used them, I kept them. Oh, I love this little like collage-y tag I made, layered tag. I used a frame, and then I just collaged strips on here. I didn't write anything on the back, just a little collage tag that I decorated. Again, more beach images, carefree summers. I loved this. Simple pleasures are priceless treasures. And this is, the Caribbean is calling for sure. I stamped on here in black and gold, and I love that. And then that was just an image from a magazine. Put on just some collaging stickers. They're clear stickers, so they're kind of hard to see, but it works. Somehow it works because it doesn't obstruct the image. And then I put this man on the boat, wild and free. I did some this was a prayer, the Nicene, from the Nicene Creed. And I loved that image. The two chairs, again, very reminiscent, or forward thinking for our cruise. I loved this image of this lady and this wild skirt, and the quote just worked perfectly for that wild skirt. And then I have a religious quote here. This, just the image of the candles, like, I don't know, maybe sort of Last Supper-y type of thing. And then this is just an image from the magazine. And then the back of it. And that is it. This is a stamp I have. It says handmade by with love by Kristen. And I stamped them all. And that's it. That's this one. I loved this one so much. I loved how fun it was. It just, the colors. I really had so much fun doing this one. Not that they all weren't fun, but I don't know. Just each one has been so different and unique. And I can't wait to show you the other two. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. And I look forward to seeing you in the comments. Bye.